Gang, back with another NBA 2K18 My Career gameplay, and today we're going up against the Houston Rockets. I meant to say today, my bad for that, but let's continue on the video. So we are going up against the Houston Rockets. Just make sure you enjoy the gameplay, and let's get into this video.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
A very, very, very Merry Christmas from all of us here at 2K Sports. Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Ernie Johnson. Ho, ho, ho. Happy to be with you. Yes. Shaka Claus. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Houston Rockets. Looking at Houston, this is a team they knocked out in the first round in last year's playoffs, so they better be ready. Some extra motivation on this one. And now around the halfway point, the novelty of the new season has died down, and we're still a long way from the playoffs. Shaq, how do the players maintain focus through this stretch? How do you maintain focus? Have you maintained focus?
Easy. You're a pro, Ernie. Do your job. That's your job.
There you go.
You know, and not only that, you got to be a real competitor. You got to want to compete.
Yeah, good coaching, and the veterans can help you do this. Because the veterans have been here before, they can kind of lead you and guide you.
Feel focused right now?
Not at all.
Do you feel focused right now?
Never.
Well, that makes three. Here's Kevin Harlan. He's always focused.
Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. We've got a Western Conference battle ready to get rolling, and this Oklahoma City crowd wants some love from their Thunder. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team. A season ago, they won in 5 games during the first round of the playoffs.
And they're facing the team that dismissed them from the postseason last year. So certainly a little payback in mind.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, guys, James Harden is a great offensive player, but there's no mistaking it. He does dominate the ball. Now, that can bother teammates sometimes, but Coach Mike D'Antoni says when they feel that paycheck every 2 weeks, that should make them play hard. You have to be a star in your role. So when James gets the ball to you, shoot it, and then run back and play hard as heck. Kevin?
Thanks. He's a great passer, David. There's no doubt. He can set the table. And while we were enjoying these great games on Christmas Day, we can't forget about the spirit of gift giving. Chris, what was the most memorable holiday gift you ever got as a kid growing up?
Wow, that's a great question. It was a
I'm never gonna make the starting lineup.
The reason why it was so special was because I worked so hard that year with my grades and with my grandfather and other things. It was like a family gift, and it was really cool because I did some cool things to get it, and I didn't know how
Be careful.
or anybody was watching. So that felt really good. A really cool jacket I had back then.
Great story. And the Houston Rockets starting 5.
Be careful,
Anderson is
OKC.
down low with Capella. Ball and Harden, the star-studded backcourt. And it's Ariza in at the 3, the small forward. And Capella sends it back. Ball outside. Mr. Capella, the kick out to Anderson. Lock at 6. And there's the 3-second violation. On defense, Houston, they come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
You want to talk about a fantastic finish. That game had a little bit of everything and then a little bit of extra in overtime. So it was a great win for them. And so it begins taking control right up front.
Well, I like the effort. It always feels good to get on the board first.
Now, here is Harden. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. Oh, no one around him assist that time from Harden. Paul's got his first 3 points of the game. George passes to Westbrook. Over Paul. That one off the back iron and out.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
And it's Capella missing.
Not the tightest of D on him, but not the best of finishes either.
Anderson can't get it to go.
Look, you can't defend down low much better than that. Refuses to give him an easy path to the bucket.
Out to the wing. Paul against Westbrook. From deep. But they'll get another chance. Houston moving the ball around. Ariza kicks to Anderson. Anderson with the screen for Ariza. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by George. Throws up. And it's George finishing it off.
Hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
Well, Ryan Anderson, a terrific deep threat in stretch 4.
And I remember last season when he told reporters that a heckler yelled out at him, "Hey Ryan, you look like a math teacher." And you know, we've heard a lot of these off-the-wall heckles before, but the irony is it's oftentimes the strange ones that tend to stick with you more. And that's an example of it right there.
And here's Harden following Russell Westbrook's 3. Harden dishes to Capella. Pass to Paul. Now the feed to Ariza. Anderson, a screen on George. Ariza kicks to Paul. Paul missing again.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
From 15 feet away, and again it's Oklahoma City.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
Here's Westbrook. Second shot opportunity. Adams' shot is off.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Over in the corner, Paul. Back to Harden. Ariza kicks the ball. Anderson, a screen on Patterson. Paul passes to Anderson. Off target from three-point range. Oklahoma City leading by 4. It's George on the wing. Back to Westbrook. And the layup's good off the glass. Westbrook's got 5 points so far.
And I love the confidence and energy Westbrook plays with. Just an excellent scorer once he gets good position inside.
Now here's Paul. What a tremendous game he played against the Clippers. Ariza outside. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
It's clear to me. Is it clear to you that Ariza feels at home in the post? I mean, just working his way inside and nailing these quality shots.
Screen by Adams. Here's Roberson. Oh, good on the triple. Rockets trail by 4. Here's Paul. Again, the Rockets score.
Well, no matter what, he's always going to be one of the most dangerous men on the court.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. From 17 feet out, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. Rockets have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game. And it's Ariza in the corner. Anderson the screen. Ariza dishes to Anderson. That evens the score. Anderson's got his first 2 points.
Phenomenal roll off the screen from Anderson on that play. Very knowledgeable about where to go after setting the pick.
Westbrook can't get it to go.
The D a little slow to get in his face. They're fortunate it didn't cost him.
Harden has a wide open look, and no good, and a chance to take the lead. And now the fast break, Westbrook with the ball, and finished off by Westbrook.
Man, this thing is just going back and forth tonight.
Each team is stepping up, rising to the challenge. Yet another good change.
And still a close close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Oklahoma City out in front, leading by just 2. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And earlier, Chris Paul told us about the depth of their roster. So important for any team.
Our bench is amazing. It's so exciting because when our bench comes in, more often than not, if we're losing, they're going to get us the lead. And if we have the lead, they're going to increase the lead. And it's fun to watch because everybody cheers for each other, too.
When your starters feel that good about their second unit guys, that's a heck of an asset that a team can have. And if you've seen Chris Paul cheering for the bench, you know that it's very, very true.
And Kevin, that's the kind of team that's always been so much fun to play on. Everybody's really pulling for one another, no matter who's playing. Even in practice, with that kind of a team, you tend to have more fun.
And we're ready to get rolling once again here for our Christmas Day matchup. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game.
Well, this roster is built for guys who speed. They're running the floor hard in the first quarter.
EJ out there with Felton. Then it's Ennis Cantor. Then it's McDermott. And it's Abrinas in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. Here is Harden following the basket by Raymond Felton. Here's Paul. And it comes off the front of the rim. The Thunder with the lead. And Chris, many thought that after the Rockets let Dwight Howard go, they would have a slight rebuilding phase. Turns out they were just reloading. They were a surprise contender last season.
But they did sneak up on some teams with how well they played early on. Front office did a great job retooling the team, great coaching job. Now with Paul in the mix, they're one of the scariest teams, at least on paper, in the league.
And so it's Houston with it. Harden kicks it to Tucker. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Looking at Oklahoma City, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Jazz in Utah.
And nowhere near at their best throughout the course of that game. A scrappy performance, but in the end, just not enough.
Yeah, it just wasn't their night. They missed some shots they typically made. Never really got over that hump. But look at that. That's just a great all-around play. Getting into position for the offensive rebound, finishing strong on the putback.
Dish is a 2-8. Houston moving it around. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Mbah a Moute. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Harris against Paul. Harris passes to Cantor. There's a screen by Cantor. Here's Abrinas. Moves back up and counted, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
He lives for these type of battles with awards. Doesn't matter which end of the floor it is either.
Chris, you've been on both sides of the coin for this. When it comes to a veteran presence in the locker room, just how important is that? Both, when you were a young player getting it, and maybe as an older player when you were preaching.
When I was a rookie, Kevin, I needed a veteran just as much as I needed an assistant coach. They were that important to me because when you think about it, that's how you learn your routine.
Wow.
What to eat before a game, how many hours to eat before a game, how to recoup after a game, how to say no to your friends and family for playoff tickets because, you're at home and you got to buy 75 tickets. Just kind of how to navigate through life. That veteran player can help. And I think that's one thing when the game kind of got lost in years past, it was because we lost that veteran presence in the locker room. So to me, the veteran presence is everything. Chris Muller getting on me because I'm a rookie. I would have paid him to do that. So it's really good because just as much as they get on, they help you and they explain the game, help you out with life and everything else. So it's like a big brother relationship.
Oh, that's good to hear. The Rockets shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line
Two
on
shots.
the season at about 76%.
No good on that one.
I really want to sit out though. Shout out to Gizmo.
And he's good on the second. You want to talk about a coach who's known for bringing offense to a team, then Mike D'Antoni is your guy. Widely regarded Chris as one of the best offensive coaches in the league and is the godfather, many say, of the 7 seconds or less style of play.
Yeah, you look up at how his team runs their sets and pushes the tempo. It reminds you a bit of how the old D'Antoni Suns played. Certainly with every team D'Antoni coaches, they're going to have some entertaining and up-tempo play.
Here's Williams after Ennis Cantor's basket. Lets it go from the wing. Yep, it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead has got back down to 4 points with the basket from Chris Paul. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Now the dish to Grant. There's a screen by Cantor. Grant, that's good. And the Thunder lead by 7.
Oh, just a great wall of a screen. Knocks the defender out of the play.
Outside Williams. He feeds it to Ball. Over Harris. Paul missing again.
Look, it hasn't happened yet, but he's got time to find his rhythm. And if he does, they can turn this thing around quick.
Here's Grant. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
It's not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Bro, there's something wrong with the
Houston
controller.
draws their first time out of the game.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Well, you have to review your matchups, make sure you're maximizing the potential of each one.
Paul George, he's checked in for McDermott. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Alex Abrinas. And a switch here also for Houston. Anderson's checked in. Now here's Paul. He's got 7. Harden with the screen on Harris. There's the pick. With it, Westbrook picks him up. Anderson the screen. Over in the corner, Paul. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. 10 points for Chris Paul.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And last season, Harden just put up some incredible numbers.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Picked by Williams. Harden outside. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Harden's got his first points of the game.
Artful use of the screen there. Gains the separation he needs for a good look.
Cantor sets the pick for Westbrook. They get it back. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Thunder have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. That's good for Kansas. Cannons, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Andre Robertson comes in for DJ. Trevor Ariza's checked in for the Rockets. And Cantor drops them both.
Strong take to get the foul there after not getting it there in the first quarter.
Rockets trail by 8. Harden kicks to Paul. George against Ariza. Anderson outside. Houston moving it around.
I put this away.
Paul against Westbrook. Puts one up from 19. A shot by Paul, no good. The Thunder lead by 8.
And this is where you milk the clock.
You're exactly right. No reason to give your opponent another crack at this. It's all you.
Robertson dishes to George. Screen by Adams. Now here's Westbrook. And so we conclude the first half. Thunder lead by 8. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. And now the third quarter about to get going. Look at Chris Paul. What a contribution.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, right. I mean, the defense hasn't had an answer for this guy yet. Just too skilled, too driven thus far.
And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. The 2 pillars of this team, Chris Paul and Harden, are the 1 and the 2. Anderson is down low with Capella. And it's Ariza in at the small forward. Westbrook kicks to Robertson. Patterson to screen. Tries again. And it's good on the way in. Patterson's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Screen by Capella. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that one. It's the separation he needs. I know he would love to have that one back.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
Yeah, I mean, you're already getting dogged out there. I mean, now he's landing body blows.
Well, you look around the NBA and there are some incredible athletes. Chris, in your opinion, which players in the league right now are the most physically imposing when you see them in action?
3 people come to mind. First, DeAndre Jordan. Just his size and stature. And then when you see him run like a little fella and jump with the best of them, it is so intimidating seeing him out there on that court. LeBron, I mean, you still might say he has the best basketball body ever. Being that 6'7", 6'8" frame, whatever he goes by, with a bunch of muscle behind it, being able to use his quickness and strength to get to the post, you just have to love it. And then Anthony Cooper, one of the most unique players we've seen in this league, his size, Mr. Stretch Armstrong, he gets it done on both ends of the floor, and I just think his unique body style and his skill set makes him fun to watch as well. Trevor Ariza, the veteran out of UCLA, he still gives you a little bit of everything on the wing. He's great in transition. He can hit shots from anywhere, but, you know, he's always been a leader.
And he makes the first. And with the reach, you think back to when he was a young player finding his way in this NBA out of UCLA, and Kobe took him under his wing when they played together for the Lakers. And now he is paying it forward. He's helping young players.
Yeah, he has a great work ethic instilled in him from with his time with Kobe. He's always been a leader. He knows how things work in this league. And the reason he's showing all the younger players on his team the ins and outs of how to succeed.
The Thunder lead by 8. Westbrook passes to George. Westbrook against Paul. Back to Robertson. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Roberson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Paul dishes to Harden. Screen by Capella. There's a screen. Ariza kicks to Harden. Capella sends a screen for Harden. Shot clock at 5. A nice shot by Tucker.
I really like how Capella plays within the offense. So great at using his huge body to set screens.
In the corner, it's Patterson. Trying to come back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Paul with the three, and Roberson pulls it down. Roberson's got his third rebound on the night. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist from Roberson. Westbrook's got the lead up to 11 now for the Thunder. Paul passes to Harden. He kicks it to Ariza. All up top. Here's Harden on the wing. Capella with a screen on Adams. Ariza from outside off the mark. The Thunder leading by 11. Left side Westbrook to the middle. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
And Adams sends it back. And he gets it back. They get it back. Puts up a three. Tucker can't get it to go.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Roberson dishes to Westbrook. Left side, George. Over Ariza. Up again. And it's Adams on the follow. And the Thunder lead by 15.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Houston moving it around. The three from Harden. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Harden's got 5 now.
Well, Harden's ability to stretch the floor is crucial. Love to see him dropping those perimeter jumps.
Westbrook kicks to Roberson. And the Thunder, another three.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And here is Paul. He's got 10. Shoots the three. Up it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from James Harden. Oklahoma City's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. George passes to Westbrook. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Harden outside. Passes it to Ariza. Capella with a screen on George. Here's Ariza. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
In the 6'8" Ariza, he's able to get it off over the outstretched hands of the defender.
Roberson dishes to Westbrook. There's the three. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Paul. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And had the right idea there, calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
Yeah, as a big fella, that's the thing, Greg. You got to be quick in setting those screens. If you get a little lazy, you get caught.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. The Rockets also changing it up. Nene, he's checked in for Capella. Mahamute comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Williams in for James Harden. Grant kicks to Felton. Harris outside. McDermott with it. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Williams against Felton. Now Williams. Nene, the screen. Paul with the three. That shot off the mark. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Don't go anywhere. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. The Thunder lead by 16. They've got McDermott. Felton is out there with DJ. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Grant in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Ball stolen. And Mbamute kicks to Nene. Mbamute the pass to Paul. And stolen by Harris. Over Paul.
Well, when DJ is on the attack, watch out. Sometimes all you can do is whack him and hope he misses at terrific speed.
And Chris, you've been working as an analyst now for quite some time. Do you feel that how you view and enjoy the game has changed as you transition from being a player on the floor to the booth?
You know what? I've learned a lot, and I've learned to look at the game a different way, but I look at the game the same way. I think the onus is on the player to execute what the coach and the GM puts out there for you to do, for you not to become a one-dimensional player, for you to improve in the summertime. That's the only time you can improve. And when you don't come back and you don't improve, it's obvious that you have the same glaring weaknesses that you had the year before. Even if you're not on a team that can compete for a championship, you want to make sure that you compete for a championship, that you compete for an all-star, that you compete to have your name out there. And so a lot of times we'll watch some of those teams, and I love seeing that they compete or if they laid it down early in the season. So, no, I would say that really what gives me an advantage is that the way that I looked at the game, and hopefully, that gives me a unique perspective when I'm out there trying to talk to other basketball heads like myself.
Grant outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Kanter. And finally they hit one.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Timeout called the Rockets. Well, a few seasons ago, the NBA introduced the last 2-minute report, where they release a review of all the calls in the final 2 minutes of a game. There's certainly had some mixed reaction. Chris, how do you feel about the public review that a refereeing crew now faces with the report?
Well, I think pressure should be on referees just like it is on players. I think everyone gets their job evaluated, and it's no different from anyone else. I don't know what it does, though, what a report does by telling you what happened in the last 2 minutes and that this referee missed the call. So I don't know what it does, but I don't mind it because everyone needs to be held accountable, and transparency is always good.
Switch here. Abrines is checked in, and the Rockets making a change here as well. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Tarik Black. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter, and the 3 ball is good.
Just finding the open man. Few who have ever played this game have Paul's vision.
They set the screen. Harris kicks to Grant. Kanter sets the pick for Grant. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Thunder lead by 19.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
You know the saying, numbers don't lie. You can see it up there on the scoreboard.
Screen by Mbamute. Paul dishes to Mbamute. Kick out to Anderson from deep 3-point range. Kept alive by Houston. Nene. Great positioning on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Felton kicks to Grant. The pass to Abrines. Kanter with the screen on Mbamute. On the wing, Harris. In the corner, it's Felton. Over Paul. Again, the Thunder score.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this high, a great chance to extend this lead.
To the right side. Lets it go from deep. And Mbamute can't get it to go. Oklahoma City leading by 19 points. Now, here's Felton. There's a screen. Cantor, the pass to Abrinas. For three, Felton. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Well, the game looks like it's starting to wear on them. Unable to get out, defend the perimeter, unfocused. This is a bad sign.
Looking to get back on track here. The shot's good from Paul. Time call here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And we've seen a few players come into the NBA through different paths. Either playing overseas for a year or spending time in the D-League, now known as the G-League. Chris, do you think that these alternative paths to the NBA will ever be as common as the standard collegiate path to the NBA?
Well, I think it can be only because there's such an international presence in the game, and that now you're starting to find players all over. And the great thing about the NBA is it doesn't matter where you come from, it just matters what type of skill set that you have. So I can't see it being other paths to the NBA, but the NCAA is always going to be one in the fact that guys want to play for their state teams, and that's always going to be fun to watch. But thank God for basketball fans and athletes, there's a lot of paths to the NBA, which is the ultimate if you want to play basketball.
Absolutely. And the game and the culture of basketball has so many subsets. One of those is the basketball shoe culture, the sneaker culture. Players competing almost as much, Chris, for style points as they are for actual points.
Oh yeah, and I love to say that I was part of that culture. Black socks and with some different shoes that I've had at the NBA. It's a lot of fun, man. It's just something that your fans can relate to. It's something personal. It shows a personal side of what you have, your type of design. So, you're very fortunate if you get your own kick deal, and I was fortunate. It's a lot of fun, and the fans love it.
And then for Houston, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. Riza comes in for Mbamute. And James Harden subbed in for Troy Williams. And here's George. Patterson, the screen. And Robertson has it in the corner. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his third assist on the night.
And how about the consistency from range tonight? Really impressive.
That's because he's finding his spots. No hesitation. You can sense his confidence.
And it's Capella missing.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly. Then with the quick reaction time.
And Patterson kicks to Adams. Feeds to Robertson. Patterson a screen on Harden. For three, Westbrook, and the Thunder another three.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Thunder.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Russell Westbrook.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand. Clearly a foul.
Shots.
That free throw good from Felton. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Well, James Harden has always acted as the initiating guard in any offense he's been in. But last year, he just took it to a new level. Coach D'Antoni, Harden was running the offense. He ended up with double-digit assist numbers for the season.
Felton dishes to McDermott. Kicks to Grant. Back to McDermott. Front past the arc. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Here's Quarterman. He dishes it to Hart. They need this. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
He's mastered the art of drawing fouls. Harden's led the league in free throws time and time again.
James Harden.
Love the aggression that Harden plays with. This guy just goes all out.
He's off on the second. Here's Abrinas. Outside, Felton. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly. The other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Russell. We often are told that the first game at home after a long road trip is like the last game of the road trip. How important was getting this win here?
It was huge, man. Coming off the long drive, not a tough one. And, it was a great win for us. Got back in front of our home crowd, and we played great.
We'll see if the home cooking can keep you going. Thanks, Russell.
If you enjoyed the video, my name is Jaquavius Leonard Harris. Make sure you leave a like or a comment. And yeah, man, that's gonna wrap it up. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.